the right for a reason. It's bigger, it's better than last year. It's incredible what's going on.
Costs $2 to test and treat, malaria should no longer be the #1 killer of children in Uganda.
Soul Hope fights to bring hope and dignity to those who are unjustly living under the stigma of jiggers.
We're at it again. 6 good reasons to ride. All we do is go faster, not die.
Day 2, and we're going to do it again.
That was amazing. I'm a little dirty, but it's absolutely incredible. Hell of a ride.
We do this for a reason. We do it for those that don't have a voice.
We're fighting for the right of everyone to hold their own pen that's writing their story.
We get to leverage what we have to help those who don't have hope.
Those who truly are disempowered through you and your efforts become empowered.
Just had an amazing ride up over Bald Mountain Pass. Scenery is incredible, can't even describe it.
We're at Tampa and Uncle's Harley Davidson, and it's farm day, baby. Woo!
I ride to build homes and schools for people that don't have them.
I ride for hope and for my family.
I ride for underprivileged kids to be able to go to school and have a great life.
I ride for my 3 and 8-year-old daughters to always be free. I ride to provide a brighter future for our foster child in Ecuador.
Ride for people that can't help themselves, for Soul Hope, and for Young Living Foundations.
I'm riding for my father since he can't be here. I'm riding for everybody else that can't be here as well.
This shouldn't end just this week, guys. Each one of you needs to go home, find something you love that you can use and leverage to benefit others.
riders this year. So please welcome, we have them walking out right now, Alyssa Francis, representing Team Oily Families! Wow! Bob Boudreau from Canada, representing Canada! Ryan McManus and Chase Harrison representing the EEC group. YL family represented by Chris and Ashley Offer. Jacob Young representing the Young family and the Northern Lights Farm. And last but certainly not least, you've already cheered him in. Scott Schuler, the first everybody's going to be here with Scott and Randy Schuler, the founders of Ride for a Reason. Man, this is what happens when you take something that you love and put it to work for others. This is what happens when you choose to do something hard, life becomes easier for others, because Ride for a Reason is not easy. So Scott, just come on up here for 2 seconds or more. What I love most about this opportunity is truly what Scott said at the end of the video. It's taking something he loved and putting it to work for others. So Scott, help us understand, like, A, for those, this is their first Ride for a Reason, because how many of you, this is their very first convention? Like, that's tremendous, and we hope you've had an amazing time. You are a Young Living family, so we're so glad you came. So Scott, especially for their benefit, genesis of Ride for a Reason, why we do this, and what we can accomplish.
It all started in 2016. A buddy of mine rode his motorcycle, Randy Murr rode his motorcycle here, and he told me he was doing it when I already had my plane ticket bought. So that pissed me off. So, in essence, Ride for a Reason started because I was mad. Just because you want to do it for a reason. And it's grown ever since, and it wouldn't be able to be what it is without the riders who rode. Can I get anybody who rode in the last 3 years to stand up?
There you go. If you've ridden in the last 3 years, please stand.
Many of these people have regular jobs and they take their vacation to ride across the country with us. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, without them, without the people who are gracious enough to donate, without you guys who are...
We were able to help Hope for Justice expand their operations throughout Africa and Cambodia. You heard the number last night. Over 71,000 children helped and impacted through your generosity, through your support of something that started off with an angry man. Right? It's okay to be angry. Just act. Maybe don't hit. Maybe don't do that. Right? That's trying to be. Sorry, I didn't mean it. But it can be channeled correctly and done, and amazing things can happen. So this year, I just want to give you guys a little heads up as to what Ride for a Reason has helped contributed to. Typically I don't pull out the phone, and this year's setup I can't really ask a team member to come up and show me, but we've been live tracking. So our goal for was a minimum of 1.5 million. We are so close. Like, we are within a couple 100,000. That's really close, actually, for what we've done, because you go from $1 million to $1.5 million, it's a tremendous effort. So here's the total, and I'm going to put it down in front of the camera. Oh, I got to keep the screen live. So here's where we're at as of right this second. you see that? Let me get in. Woo! Almost $1.3 million in literally 4 days. Like, that's tremendous. Tremendous generosity by you. And we're going to continue, because here's the best part. Young Living has generously agreed that all the convention products, unfortunately CBD can't fall into this category, but every other convention product that was announced here, they will continue to give 1% of all convention products sold through the end of July into this effort. So convention doesn't end, this effort doesn't end. You're going to take this home and say, hey, here's an Alga Fusion, by the way, to support Tracy Aviary and the Young Living Foundation. Let's go do it, right? Woo! You've got amazing opportunities. So take what you've done here and share it. Like, man, Jared, I now understand what you did last night. It's the S words, right? It just... I'll stay away from some of the S words that John Maxwell used last night. That yeah. Okay, so we're just under 1.3. Again, you can text dreams to 9. Opportunity drawing. Who's ready to see if they won their ride? Woo! Who's ready? All right. So, before we start all the fun, we gotta here I am, I gotta do both. So, first things first, the very first ride that we draw is the only ride that you do not have to be present to win. Scott and Brenda's Sport Glider was donated a long time ago and was given the opportunity for anybody in the world to participate and ride for a reason, because we're not just a convention family, we are a global family, and everybody deserves a chance to do something big, right? So, this ride, the very first ride, is the only one that you don't have to be present to win. Other than that, everything else you must be in your seat. So if you're seeing this on Facebook Live, you're like, oh crap, I'm not there. Yeah, you're not here. So if you can get here, I'd do it, all right? Second, if your name is called, what we need you to do, so when we have the wheel spinning, I need everybody to be quiet, like just quiet, so that as soon as that name stops, we can see who you are. Like, you gotta get crazy, loud, energetic, get crazy so we can see, we gotta pan everybody and see who's here. Lastly, if you're the winner, we see you, I need you to go to W12. Portal W12, which is literally straight up and to my right, your left, dead center of the stadium here, okay? That's where you're going. We've got team members that are ready to literally sign over a title to you and your new ride. So, woo! With no further ado, let's get this thing started. Woo! Scott Schuler, we're starting with yours. What do we got? You got a mic for Scott?
One. There we go. So this bike is a 2019 Street Glide Special.
My bad, I think I said it incorrectly.
It's in scorched orange and black denim. Let's roll it and see who gets it. What do you say?
Let's go! Holy cow, that's a lot of donations. Right? It's kind of...
There is richer relationships.
Woo! Come on down, Price. Price was right for you. I don't know what that was, but definitely it was right for you. Okay. Awesome. Who's ready for the next one?
Woo!
All right. Next up, Royal Crown Diamond, Alyssa Francis.
Hey everyone. I want to share why I did this for a moment, if you don't mind. I first fell in love with the heart of the Young Living Foundation when I visited Ecuador and the Young Living Academy in 2013 on a leadership retreat. How many of you have been to that retreat? Raise your hand. Did you know that every single one of you can earn that retreat as well?
Yes.
Every single one of you? You have to hit platinum 3 months in a row, and you too can visit the academy and see the heart of the foundation. But here's the thing, you don't need to be a platinum to support the Young Living Foundation. You don't need to be a platinum to help. Every single one of you at any rank can make a difference in this organization. Am I right? It wasn't just that for me. You need to know that my upline, the example she set from day one, teaching her team about the Young Living Foundation and Gary's legacy, that upline is Danette Goodyear. The example she set in her organization has brought me up here on this stage today. That's why I'm here. So, my husband Troy, unfortunately he couldn't be here tonight, but a year ago at convention, I said to him, we're doing this next year, we're giving away a car, okay? Woo! And he didn't even flinch. And I started thinking, well, what kind of vehicle can we give away? You know, something really cool and really intimidating, like a Harley, right? I said, let's find a Mini Cooper.
Woo!
So we found the perfect silver Mini Cooper for the 25th anniversary, and I'm so excited to see who wins it tonight. It's been customized with the Young Living and the Sea to Seal logos. So great. Let's see who wins it.
Let's see what's going on. All right. Let's spin it up. There it is. Markers. But they did something, they got something the first year. Basically, from what the plans that I know, you're just basically going to rotate things out at this point, right? All right. So, Darren and Sarah, need one of you to head up to W12, please. We're going to go check all the identification, make sure you truly are who you say you are. All those things. Holy cow, that's awesome. Thank you so much. That's great. I think that's gonna fit Darren a little easier than that motorcycle. I don't know. He may be able to drive it longer than that motorcycle he has right now. But Darren's handling it fairly well. Okay, our third item. This is great. You've all seen it in the Savvy Minerals booth, right? You've all seen what it could look like to just kind of really just step on, get a little lower, and then go really slow. But, thanks to the generosity and creativity of Wild Family, Chris and Ashley, please tell us what this is, as well as just a little bit about why you're doing this.
Good evening, Young Living. It is so exciting to be up here with my beautiful wife, Ashley, who loves Savvy Minerals. Does anybody else like it? No? She was one of my inspirations for this and one of our inspirations for this, but before I get to that, there's a few people that I want to thank because we don't get to be up on the stage without them. And the first is Mary Young and Gary. Because of you, we get to do this. Because of you and the thousands of lives that you've impacted, as people have mentioned before, like Scott, we get to take that and leverage that like we would our businesses and impact thousands more. So thank you to all of you that donated. Scott, thank you for putting this together. I'm just going to say you another 20 more times. No, but I also want to thank our group, and that's the Wild Family team. You know who you are, and I want to thank you because if it wasn't for you and your hard work and your sharing, we couldn't do this at all. So thank you all so much. All right, so about this Savvy scooter, which it's not a moped, as it's been called several times. It's offensive. Not as offensive as Harley, the Harley thing, but that's okay. Past it.
Okay,
This is a 2019. This is a all right? We have a custom hand-stitched seat. We have custom graphics put on it, and we actually have, you know, the bedazzled lipstick? That is that color. All right? It also comes with $1,000 of Savvy product in the bag underneath the seat. There's literally one of every area of Savvy in there.
Feel beautiful and sexy, even if it's slow, on this scooter. So let's roll it.
All right. Okay, she wants very much it is. I can't see. House lights down. Where are we? Over there. Joy's truck. Over there. I love the game. Yes, you put a lot of joy in the trunk. I mean, there's a ton of joy in that trunk. This is perfect. This is so amazing. Let's give it up for Joy's truck. Right? Joy in the trunk? Okay, dad joke, sorry. Okay. The other dad, I liked it. That was good. Well timed, well played. Perfect. And when you have the cards, right? You just put them in. Okay. Okay, next up, I think a lot of you are going to get excited about this. Quite excited. Because this year, kind of last year we started to toy with this, and this year we kept that tradition going, which is, look, not everybody rides motorcycles, and that's great. Those of you who do, we love you, and we can't do this without you. There are a few who are like, I don't do motorcycles, so I really didn't participate. We're like, all right, cool. And a men's group had an idea of like, you know what, there's a lot of moms out there. How many moms out there? I'd say 99%. Okay. So, I'm not gonna steal their thunder, but
and we are just representatives of a much larger group. Before I get to that, just give you a kind of a background of where we started this journey. Back in January, we were on a trip with the Foundation to Uganda and Scott Schuler, and we kind of came up with the idea that we needed one more vehicle for this ride for a reason, and just thinking and talking about it, we thought what better vehicle for this crowd than a minivan, but not just a simple minivan. This thing is loaded out. I'm gonna let him tell you all about that. But to get to where we are now, he and I represent a group of over 6,000 men within Young Living, and it's called the Essentially Equipped Challenge. This group was started a few years back by Varick Birchfield and Les Wright. This group has changed so many lives of the men inside of Young Living, and I know there are women in this group that can attest to that, okay? So, real quick before we get started, if you are a part of the EEC, I want you to be recognized for what you've done with this and stand up for me. Let's give them a round of applause.
Men of the EEC, please stand.
All these guys just keep standing up right now. These are the men that are responsible for this fantastic donation.
I'm honored to be a part of that group of men, and I'm also really jealous of whoever wins this thing, so it's not just for moms. So the idea behind this van is that we wanted to put something together that we figured would suit this crowd. And so we came up with the idea of doing a Young Living business on wheels. And so this is way cooler than what you see in this picture. I'm not sure where that stock image came from. Throw that out. If you see the van up here, this is a 2019 Odyssey Touring Edition. It's fully loaded, and it comes with the his and her Trek bikes on the roof. Young Living donated 5 premium starter kits that are in the trunk. Thank you, Young Living. Itovi donated a scanner with a lifetime subscription and lots of extra swag, t-shirts, hats, all kinds of good stuff in there from Itovi.
Yeah, they like it.
Young Living, Life Science Publishing donated Young Living oil reference guides, materials, car diffusers, stuffed animals, oil bags. There's all kinds of stuff in there from Life Science. Thank you. Trevor Nielsen at Oily Trends donated a 1-year subscription to Oily Trends. Jake Dempsey at Project Broadcast donated 10,000 credits for Project Broadcast. We all know how important these tools are to our business. And since you're going to need something for all that tech, we also threw in an iPad Air, an Apple Pencil, and an Apple keyboard to go with it. All in the trunk. Somebody's getting hooked up.
Yes.
So, who's it gonna be? Who's gonna get that mom van?
I actually want to, before we roll, I just want to see, who do you think is going to be, who's going to cheer the loudest? Who is it? I think there's somebody like way up there just like shouted something.
See it, I hope it's you.
Okay, family show, nothing crazy. All right.
All right, let's see it. Roll the numbers. Come on, Ryan McManus.
Okay, way up there. I was almost right. I was so close. Oily people love. Everything is love. You just got loved on. Because you gave your love to a greater cause. That's awesome. Oh my word. Like I said, I love your creativity. These names are amazing. Okay, please, Oily People Love, head on down to W12, check in with the team. We'll get all your information and go from there. All right, sir. So, this is Bobby. Apparently big old Bobby.
Yeah.
So, yep, you are. You're a good man. He's a great man. So, Bob backstage came up to me and gave me one of the best compliments I've ever had in my entire life.
I did.
He did. And all he did is said,
You're blessed.
I am. Said I'm blessed. And the reason he said I'm blessed is because he just met my wife and one of my daughters. So, Dana, Hunter, Hallie, Kendall, I love you. Claire, little Clarita, they're just right there. I'm not going to point them all out. But thank you. He literally gave me the best compliment I've ever had because of you. I love you guys. Thank you, Bob. So with that, I'm letting you run.
With that, quick shout out to my Canadian friends. You know it. So what we have here is a 2014 fully customized ground up build. This is powder coated frame, an 883 frame. 2-inch tank lift, suicide shift, foot clutch, rocked out, crazy bike. I have to put a quick shout out to Mary Young. I want to thank you for the handwritten gestures of your husband that just struck a nerve. Heard him say, if you're not living on the edge, you are taking up too much space. So without that, I want to know who wants to live on the edge.
Right on the edge, huh?
Let's roll it up.
amazing. I believe she's going to be screaming for a couple days from now. Like, it's just going to keep going. And I also believe she's somebody who definitely will be living on the edge. So, that's where we need to be. Head on, yes. Head on up to W12 for us, please, so we can get that squared away. All right. Last, but certainly not least, and one of, there's none more special than any of the others. This just has a historic meaning to the company, to the Northern Lights Farm, Jacob, and to Mary. We thank you so much for the opportunity for someone to be able to have a piece of history, go home with them. You guys are amazing. You set the example always of purpose over profit. We love you. And with that, Jacob, please, just share with us a little bit of your heart, memories, just a tiny bit about just why we're here and what this means to you. And then you guys put a little bit of time and effort into this thing too. I've driven it just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, all I ask is that whoever wins this truck tonight, and I will get into the details, that you please honor and respect and work the hell out of this truck. Yeah. It looks like a trophy truck, but I promise you it has behind it some mods, and let me just get to, there is a massive list. First off, now because it was a work truck, my team and I had to do a few things. So, we redid the engine bay, redid the radiator. The bed comes with rhino lining, with a nice little emblem in there as well. We also redid the paint, a paint correction, buff, polish, and wax that will last 2 years. Redid the interior. There are a few little things, but it's all good. New wheels and tires, new running boards, which are not on now, but I will give them to the winner. There's also a fifth wheel hitch for the trailer in the back, if you do have a travel trailer. A programmer with thousands of options, mini-max diesel tuner. You can literally do whatever you want with that truck. Within reason, please follow the law.
Compliance. We're all
compliant. 0 to 60 in about 5.4 seconds if you can get it to hook. Quarter mile in 16.2, actually faster, if you can also get it to hook. New windshield, new grille, new lights, new air filter, and many more. Also, I want to give a huge thank you to my girlfriend, my friend and his wife, and her sister. We put 60 plus hours into this truck to get it up and running for you guys, so please stand up, everyone. Say hi to everybody. So we were supposed to have this truck about a month ago to get started on it. We got it last Monday, and they're like, hey, get to work, will you? So we did that. Sorry. There are so many memories with this truck. All the months that I worked up with my dad in Fort Nelson. His clothes, his boots, his tools. And we put his signature in the door panels for you guys as well. All right, please roll.
All right, so I've got a question. The answer is there's no pressure. Last year we had the same situation, so believe you said this is the question. No, you're not. Is that what that was? Gary wants you to have Gary wants you to. Okay. Say what? Oh, cool. Hey, Mary would like to talk to you really fast. Mary's on up here. So, Jacob, and for everybody, well, I think there's a little powwow going on over here. I'm not sure. So, one of life's blessings is to take moments that we have and make them even more special, to dig a little bit deeper, right? To look beyond yourself and to see pictures and bigger opportunities, and that's really what this is a bigger opportunity. To take something small, take a moment. All of you had many different moments, just in putting together your rides, putting work into it, right? Building it, raising the money, getting great. Oh, yeah? Do the bite. The truck is, okay! I'm gonna stop stretching for time. That is right there, that's seeing the bigger picture. That is exactly where I was going. Who wants to buy?
Nation Boys. Actually, before I do that, I need to take 2 seconds and thank my family for allowing me to build that bike. So, without further ado, let's roll.
It's not really. Come on, guys.
No!
We put a lot of tickets in. Guys, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give my team. There it is. It's been 3 times in a row. Yep. She's gonna get way more next year. So here's the deal. She's making a commitment to just keep on. Oh, no. We're not rolling. Stop. Take that off. Doesn't matter where it runs. All right, here we go. Oh, that's amazing. I mean, 3 times in a row, right? So
4 times in a row.
That's 4. I think. Hey, I raise money. I have an accountant to make sure that we do it right. Okay.
I know.
So
It's a done deal.
there we go. Awesome. Bigger pictures. Bigger pictures, and it's always amazing when you guys hold together and do something amazing. So, what I'm going to ask each of you. We do have some time to stretch. All right. I'm serious. Got my mic for like literally 5 seconds, more than 5 seconds. When I turn around, then turn back on. Okay. And Shula's mic too. This is a secret.
Are they going to give him? Are they Your name is Oily Daria.
Have fun. This is live. Like, you know this isn't taped, right? Because that just happened. That's John Maxwell would say. I don't know if it is or not, but we're just gonna run with it, right? Okay, go. Here's what we're going to do. Bob has agreed. Who do we need to bring up the stage? Do we have Wendy Grimm in the house? Okay, Wendy Grimm, please come on up. So, Wendy Grimm is a professional auctioneer. Wendy Grimm is going to be put on the spot. I need a handheld mic for her. And Bob has committed to building another bike. Live auction right now for about 3 minutes.
I'm sorry.
$10,000 is the minimum before we can even think to give it away. So, I need that microphone. Here we go. Okay, we're starting at $10,000.
All right, starting at $10,000. Who would give 10? 10 now 11, 11, now 12, 12, 12. Who would give $12,000 for the bike? 12,000, 12, now 13. I'm in 12, would give 13, 13 to 13, 13. I'm in 12 to 13. 13, 13, now 14. 14 to 14. This is a custom built bike. 14. Now 15. I'm in 14, would give 15. Yeah, okay, would
Right here,
15.
15.
15 over here.
16 back up there, okay?
16, now 17. 17, I'm the 16 up there. 16, what do you get? 17. 17. Now 18. I'm in 17, what do you get? 18.
18 over there?
Is that 18?
18 right there, I see it.
19, look at 19,000. I'm at 18, look at 19,000. 19, look at 19. I'm at 18,000, look at 19.
Oh, I heard it.
19, do we have 19? 19, do we have 19? I'm still at 18 over here. What do you get? 19. 19,000 and 19,000.
Okay, 19, yeah?
19,000.
Okay, 19,000.
Now 20, I'm at 19,000 and 20. 21 to 21, you're out, we get 21 to 21, 21, I'm at 20,000, we get 21, 21, we get 21 to 21, 21, I've got 20, what do you get 21? $21,000 for a custom built bike, 21,000, 21, we get 21 to 21, last call, $21,000. 21, we get 21, we get 21. 21. 21. Thank you. 21, we get 22. 22, we get 22. You're out over here. 22. 22, we get 22. I'm at 21, we get 22. 22, we get 22. 22, we get 22. Give you a second to think about it.
I'll give you 5 seconds. All right, he's going to start the bike. Oh, we got 22! We got 22! Let's give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go!
23. I'm at 22. We get 23. 23 with 23. 23 with 23.